Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the online class of Nalgons High School and College. How are you? Hope that you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. And I also hope you all are busy with your studies because your SSC exam is knocking at the door. You know, I am Suman Shaha, Assistant Teacher English, Nalgons High School and College. Today, I am going to discuss about some examples of transformation of sentence. In my previous classes, I have discussed a lot of rules of transformation of sentence. Today, I will discuss about some examples based on the rules that I have discussed in my previous classes. Let's start the class. The first example is, though he was lazy, he could shine in life. We have to transform this sentence into simple sentence. At first, we have to decide which sentence is this sentence. This is a complex sentence because we know that if a sentence begins with though or although, and it is called complex sentence. So, in order to transform this sentence to simple sentence, we have to follow the rule of though or although. So, what is the rule of though or although to transform the sentence to simple sentence? We know if a sentence begins with though or although, at first we have to write in spite of or despite instead of though or although. Then we have to write possessive form of subject. Then we have to add ing to principal verb 1. Then we have to write the rest of the sentence. So here at first we have to write in spite of or despite. Then we have to write possessive form of subject. Here subject is he. So the possessive form of he is his. Then we have to add ing to verb. Here verb is was. If we add ing to was, then it will be been. Then we will write the rest of the sentence. So what is the answer of this sentence? In spite of his being lazy, he could shine in life. Or in spite of his laziness, he could shine in life. Look at the second example. Despite his being poor, he is honest. This is a sentence of simple sentence because we know if a sentence starts with despite or in spite of or notwithstanding, then it is called simple sentence. So, in order to transform it to complex sentence, at first we have to write though or although in lieu of despite. Then we have to write subject from or possessive from. Then we have to write finite verb. Then we will write the rest of the sentence. So at first we have to write though or although instead of despite. Then we have to write subject. Here possessive from is his. The subjective form of his is he. Then we have to write finite verb. Here verb is being and the finite verb of being is. Then we will write the rest of the sentence. So the answer of the sentence is, though he is poor, he is honest. I have written here though instead of despite. Then I have written he, subject from of his. Then I have written is. Here is a finite verb. Then I have written the rest of the sentence. I think you have understood this sentence. Look at the third example. He was small, but he could do it. Complex sentence. Students, at first you think which sentence is this sentence? This sentence is a compound sentence because here two clauses are connected by but. We know if the two clauses are connected by but or otherwise or and, then it is called compound sentence. So in order to transform it to complex sentence, at first we have to write though or although. So I have written here though. Then we have to write subject. Here subject is he. Then we have to write finite verb. Here finite verb is was. Then we have to write small. Then we will put a comma in place of but. We cannot write but here because but is only for compound sentence. Then we will write the second clause. He could do it. So the answer of the sentence is though he was small, he could do it. Students, I think you have understood the three examples according to the rule. Look, our fourth example is if you do the work, you will be rewarded. We have to transform it into simple sentence. This is an example of complex sentence because this sentence has started with if. We know if a sentence starts with if and if there is two clauses, one is subordinate clause and one is principal clause, then it is called complex sentence. So if we want to transform this complex sentence to simple sentence, at first we have to write by instead of if. I have written here by instead of if. Then we have to add ing to principal verb 1. Here verb is do. So if we add ing to do, it will be doing. Then we will write the rest of the sentence. So the answer of the sentence is by doing the work you will be rewarded. Very simple rule. At first we have to write by in place of if. I have written here by in place of if. Then I have to add ing to principal verb 1. Here verb is do. So I have added ing to do. After adding ing, it has been converted to doing. So the answer of the sentence is by doing the work you will be rewarded. Look at this example. By practicing regularly you can do well. Students, this is an example of simple sentence because if a sentence starts with by plus verb 1 plus ing, it is called simple sentence. And if we want to transform this simple sentence to complex sentence, at first we have to write if instead of by. I have written here if instead of by. Then I have to retain subject because in a complex sentence there are two clauses and the two clauses must have two subjects. So here we have to write subject. In this part you will not find any subject. You will find subject in the second clause. In the second clause our subject is you. So I have written here you subject. Then I will write verb 1. Verb 1 base form of verb. Here verb is practicing. So the base form of practicing is practice. Then I will write the rest of the sentence. So the answer of the sentence is If you practice regularly, you can do well. Look at this example. Study attentively and you can do well. Complex sentence. This is an example of compound sentence because here two clauses are connected with and. We know if the two clauses are connected with and or but, then it is called compound sentence. So this is an example of compound sentence. In order to transform it to complex sentence, at first we have to write subject. Here subject is you. So in order to transform it to complex sentence, at first we have to write if. I have written here if. Then we will write subject because in a complex sentence two subjects are must. In this part you will not find any subject. You will find subject in the second clause. In the second clause subject is you. So I have written here you. Then I will write principal verb 1. Here verb 1 is study. Then I will write attentively and I will put a comma in place of and because and is only for compound sentence. You can't use and in a complex sentence to connect two clauses. Okay. Then I will write the second clause. You can do well. So the answer of this sentence is if you study attentively, you can do well. Okay, look at this example. When he was going there, I met with him. Simple sentence. This is an example of complex sentence. And this sentence has started with when. Remember, if a complex sentence begins with when and if the clause is in past continuous tense, then to transform the sentence to simple sentence, at first we have to write at the time of. So when will we write at the time of? If a sentence starts with when and if the clause is in past continuous tense, then we will write at the time of. Then we will write possessive form of subject. Here subject is he. So the possessive form of he is his. Then we will write principal verb 1 plus ing. Here principal verb 1 plus ing is going. Then we will write the rest of the sentence. So the answer of this sentence is at the time of his going there, I met with him. Look at this example. At the time of his doing the work, I called him. Students, this is an example of simple sentence because this sentence has started with at the time of. So, if we want to transform this sentence to complex sentence, what will we do? At first we have to write when. Look, I have written when. Then we have to write subject. Here possessive form is his. The subject form of his is he. Then we will write past continuous tense because if a sentence starts with at the time of, the rule is at first we have to write when, then we have to write subject, then we have to write was or were, then we have to write verb 1 plus ing. That means the subordinate clause must be in past continuous tense. So the answer of the sentence is when he was doing the work, I called him. I am again repeating this example. If a sentence begins with at the time of, to transform it to complex sentence, at first we have to write when. Then we have to write past continuous tense. That means subject plus was where plus verb 1 plus ing. Then we will write the rest of the sentence. Clear? Okay, look at this example. He wrote both essay and poem. We have to transform it, this sentence into negative sentence. So, which is the clue point of this sentence? The clue point of this sentence is both and. We know if an affirmative sentence has both and, to transform it to negative sentence, we have to write not only in place of both and but also in place of and. So the answer of this sentence is he wrote not only essay but also poem. He is stronger than I. We have to transform it to negative sentence. So, which is the clue point of this sentence? Then is the clue point of this sentence. So, in order to transform it to negative sentence, at first we have to write last subject. Here last subject is I. Then we have to write verb. Here verb is, but is not seated with I. So we have to retain am. Then we have to write not. Then we have to write so. Then we have to write positive form. Here stronger is comparative form. The positive form of stronger is strong. Then we have to write as. Then we have to write first subject. Here first subject is he. So the structure of this sentence is last subject I, auxiliary verb am, not, so, positive form. Stronger is comparative form. The positive form of stronger is strong. Then we have to write as. Then we have to write first subject he. Okay. He is to do the work, negative. Here, clue point is to. We know if an affirmative sentence contains am to, is to, are to, then to transform it to negative sentence, we have to write cannot but or cannot help in place of is to. If you write cannot help, then you have to add ing to principal verb. So the answer of this sentence is he cannot but do the work, or he cannot help doing the work. He was too weak to do the work. Complex sentence. It is an example of simple sentence. Here clue point is to. We know to transform this sentence to complex sentence, we have to write so in place of to. So, I have written so in place of to. And then we have to write that plus subject plus can or could in place of to. If a simple sentence has to, then to transform it to complex sentence, we have to write so in place of to, and we have to write that plus subject plus can or could in place of to. Okay, so the answer of this sentence is he was so weak that he could not do the work. Okay, look at this example. Without doing it, you will be punished. complex sentence. It is an example of simple sentence because this sentence has started with without plus verb 1 plus ing. We know if a sentence starts with without plus verb 1 plus ing, then it is called simple sentence. And in order to transform it to complex sentence, at first we have to write if or unless. If or unless. I have written here unless. Then we have to write subject. Here subject is you. Then we have to write principal verb 1. That is base form of principal verb. Here principal verb is doing. The base form of doing is do. Then we have to write the rest of the sentence. Unless you do it, you will be punished. If you do not do it, you will be punished. Everybody goes there. Interrogative sentence. We know if an assertive sentence starts with everybody, to transform it to interrogative sentence, we at first we have to write who. Then we have to write auxiliary verb plus not. Here I have written who in place of everybody. Then auxiliary verb. Here goes is principal verb. There is no auxiliary verb in this sentence. So I have written here does. Then I have written not. Then principal verb 1. Then there. Everybody goes there. Who does not go there? He must do it. Imperative sentence. If a sentence starts with first person or third person, then to transform it to imperative sentence, at first we have to write let. Let. Then we have to write objective form of subject. Here subject is he, so the objective form of he is him. Then we have to write principal verb 1, not auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb must be omitted. We have to write principal verb. Here principal verb is do. Then the rest of the sentence, it. Let him do it. I am again repeating this example. If a sentence starts with first person or third person, and if you are asked to transform this sentence to imperative sentence, then at first you have to write let. Then you have to write objective form of subject. Here subject is he, so the objective form of he is him. Then you have to write principal verb 1. Here verb 1 is do. Then the rest of the sentence it. I think you have understood this rule. Would that I could be a child again. Assertive sentence. Actually, it is an example of exclamatory sentence. And I have given here full stop. But full stop will not be seated here. Here note of exclamation. Here must be note of exclamation. So if a sentence starts with would that, then to transform it to assertive sentence, we have to write subject plus wish instead of would that. Okay. I wish I could be a child again. Here subject is I, so I have written here I wish I could be a child again. Okay students, I have discussed about 15 rules, 15 examples based on the rules that I have discussed in my previous classes. I think if you watch my previous classes, then you have understood these examples very easily. So no more today. Thanks a lot for watching this class. Goodbye.